morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Listen, everybody, I have got a very special guest on here, a very, very, very special guest. So first of all, before we get started and I introduce my guest, if everyone could click, like, share, and subscribe. Click, like, share, and subscribe because we need your support at 810 News Media Group to get out the real news, the stuff y'all don't normally hear. And listen, y'all be surprised who be watching. So click, like, and share this morning. And let me first say, hey, Mickey. He probably needs.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Jerri Winfrey-Carter and Tonya Burns.
And I want to say a very special good morning and welcome to my guest, Councilwoman Jerri Winfrey-Carter. How are you this morning?
I'm well. Good morning. Oh, I can't see a thing. Let me Oh Lord. Girl, well, you know when you're getting older, man, you start losing your eyesight, everything.
Listen, I know. And listen, I have glasses everywhere around my house.
I do too. My reading glasses, I got reading glasses all over the place.
I am not mad at it. I had on a pair of glasses the other day, and a friend of mine was like, well, you know what? That your glasses don't match with your other glasses that match. I'm like, that is one thing I never cared about. If my glasses match, I be trying to see. So are you ready this morning, Miss Winfrey-Carter?
Girl.
And I want to say to everyone that's logging in, oh, bless me. I want to say good morning to everyone that's logging in. I can't see who, unless Mickey put it up on there. I can't see. I saw Jolena. I saw Tia. Good morning. I can't see Tash Bella, Michelle. I see that one. I saw Notorious Somebody, Becky. I got the little allergies this morning. Billy Jackson, good morning. All of the two queens. Rachel, Nicole Troutman was good morning. Good morning. Sonia Simlikins, and I might be messing up some people's names this morning, y'all. I'm sorry. Chunji, good morning. Good morning. Demetrius Gibbs, good morning. Ronique Major Hunter, good morning. Good morning, Miss Kathleen King. Good morning, Ronique.
They coming in, huh?
They coming in. Y'all come on in. Because listen, we gonna have some tea, or should I say coffee and tea.
Oh, we got
good morning.
Blessed. We got the coffee.
We got the coffee today. Well, my son, as he travels around, I like coffee cups. So he gets me cups for every state that he's at. Was it BU to 5? And I got BU to 5, Beautify. Listen,
I like that.
Yes, good morning. Listen, I had to focus in on that one. Listen, everyone, if I did not say your name, Demetrius give good morning, Jaguar and Burner.
They call you Burner. They call me Jaguar.
Some people you be pouncing. Burners, because I was really on TikTok one night and I had like 20 numbers behind my TikTok name. And they was like, yo, this is Burner. Miss Tonya Burns, you got a burner phone? I'd be like, I didn't set up my TikTok. Good morning, Miss Reese Hadley. Bradley. Kendrick Jones, good morning. So burners.
Let me see. How do you take the picture off for a second?
You should be video. So while she's taking her picture off, listen.
I'm just going to take it off for a minute so I can.
It should have a
stop cam.
Stop cam. So while Ms. Winfrey-Carter is getting her things together, listen, y'all, we're gonna have a good show. We're gonna talk about some of the last. I did not do the show last week. I was celebrating my 21st birthday last week. Okay, y'all know I ain't 21 no more. I'm like 21 times 2 plus about 4. So let's do the math in it. And so I had a very good birthday weekend, and thank you to everyone who wished me happy birthday. I had an amazing birthday. It was a birthday weekend, and I spent it with my kids, which was nice. I went to the museum with my daughter. I went to dinner on Saturday and Sunday. So I had a really good weekend. You know, when you're alive this age and you got your health, listen, if I'm able to do this show, I am thankful. So we're going to get into what has been happening in politics. We're going to talk about the censures because 3 of us have gotten censures. We're going to talk about the gun bounty or their lack of. We're going to get into that last meeting. I still have post-traumatic stress disorder.
Girl,
that meeting was.
Look, when I tell you, I woke up the next morning, you know, I had to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I was so confused. I didn't even know what day it was. It was like, you know what? It was too much.
It was too much.
It was way too much.
It was too much. And we going to get into that. So before we get into it, because today we're going to give y'all some truth and some transparency. And, you know, people got to pay attention because these are false narratives that are being put out here like these censures. Just lies. So, Mickey, put up that first picture, Pete, please, before we get started. Because people need to know what they need not to do. Listen, y'all. Don't drink the Kool-Aid with some of these people. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm telling y'all, they are feeding y'all a bunch of lies. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. If somebody come to you, Mickey, put up the second one. The second photo. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. If somebody come to y'all wearing, Mickey about to put it up, a Jesus hat, don't y'all trust them. I'm telling you. If they coming to you wearing a Jesus hat, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Because don't do it. And then you can throw in there.
You better run.
They better move so quick like Liddell jumped up out that seat. So she didn't have to vote on the Mitchell boys special investigation. All we saw was her Reeboks. I'm telling, don't drink the Kool-Aid, y'all.
Don't drink it.
Because they be lying. And I'm going to call them for what they are, liars. Because when we have elected officials who don't keep it separate, and we got Mayor Neely peddling to the pastors. These pastors need to be careful. Politicians who wear Jesus hats, y'all need to be careful. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm telling you, do not drink the Kool-Aid. So we're gonna begin with
that big cross on his lapel. The cross bigger than
the Jesus hat. Right. Politicians who wear Jesus hats, don't trust them, y'all. Do not trust them. Because one thing about it, if you are filled with the Holy Spirit and you are anointed by God, you don't have to tell everybody. They will see that you are spirit-filled without you having to advertise your love for Jesus, especially when you're a politician. You don't have to advertise it because it will be seen in your works. It will be seen in your works. So let's talk about, it's so much to talk about. So let's start with, I didn't want to put up the censures, we're going to start with yours because I actually I write over my papers, everybody. So I take notes and I write. So we're going to talk about censure. I'm going to read it. Yours was censure number 6, Councilwoman Jerri Winfrey-Carter.
Yes, it was.
And I'm going to read
right
it
here in hand.
Okay, I'm going to read it. Resolution censuring Councilmember Jerri Winfrey-Carter for conduct unbecoming of a council member. And Mickey, I want you to put up the picture when I'm done of the parking spot, which we're going to talk about that. The parking spot with the arrow. You see that picture, Mickey? I know you do. It's in the thing. So it says section. I'm not going to read the subcode section. It says on November, first of all, this was brought by Councilwoman Liddell Spiteful Lewis and Councilwoman Candace Mashat, and I'm gonna call them liars. They're liars. So this is what this censure is about. So I'm gonna read. So on November 27, 2023, Councilmember Jerri Winfrey-Carter violated rules of decorum by making an explicit verbal threat towards a fellow council member to destroy their property, saying, "Next time you park in my parking spot, you will come downstairs to all flat tires." This action violates Section 3-104 of the Flint City Charter in that it is not appropriate decorum, and nor is it respectful towards constituents, each other, and other public servants, and is thus conduct unbecoming a Flint City Council member. Be it resolved that the Flint City Council, pursuant to its authority under Section 3-103 of the Flint City Charter, censures Councilmember Jerri Winfrey-Carter for conduct unbecoming of a council member. Okay, in here in this picture, Mickey, put that picture back up, please, because I want people to get. You see that yellow sign, y'all, with the it's got Councilman 5th Ward. That's for we have designated spots. 5th Ward in this garage. The black car is Eva Worthing's car. She deliberately parked in Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter's parking spot. We have assigned parking spots for a reason. And since she's a school teacher, it's like you have an assigned desk when you're teaching. It's
assigned classroom.
Assigned class, exactly. Now, Councilwoman Eva Worthing's parking spot is actually across the garage, right next to mine. She actually parks next to mine, which her parking spot was empty. Her parking spot was empty. She decided to use her privilege and her entitlement to park in Councilwoman Jerri Winfrey-Carter's parking spot and thought it was funny. She took something that didn't belong to her.
Yes.
So, and did not move her car the entire meeting. Never moved her car. When it was brought to her attention, she knew where she parked. She did it to incite something, to antagonize. She did it to show she could take her spot. Now, some people say, "Oh, well, this is trivial." No, it's not. You have a parking spot for a reason. You get told if you park in other people's spot. It's no difference if you park in the pastor's spot. It's no difference if you park in the mayor's spot, because he has a parking spot in this garage. It's no difference if you park in the handicap parking, which tells you do not park. It's no different. So she parks her car to be funny at Councilwoman Jerri Winfrey-Carter's spot. So, Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter, I'm gonna let you have the floor, and I'm gonna let you speak to this.
Girl, let me
censure.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. When I got into the parking garage that evening, I looked and I said, "Now whose car is that?" And so I'm looking at where everybody parked, and I noticed that Worthing's car wasn't parked in her space. Okay, not really knowing. I knew she had a black car, but not really knowing that was her car, because I'm thinking, if she had parked in my space, she knows better, because Worthing and myself, we've been parking in our parking spaces well over 6 years.
How many years?
Well over 6 years.
So that's going on 2 hands.
Okay? Over 6 years. So she knows that's my spot. Her spot was empty. I got upstairs, and when I noticed that she was there in her seat, girl, when I tell you I was on fire, okay? I had fire coming out of my ears. My eyes turned red. I sit down next to you. You said, "You okay?" I said, "Yes." Then, the meeting goes on. You turn around and you said, "Are you okay?" I said, why you keep asking me that?
I was like, I'm gonna let her be right into that because I can feel your energy. I
was angry. When I tell you I was hangry, okay? And I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait until I had the opportunity to speak, because my thing is, I don't mess with people. I don't come in there messing with folks. I don't do things unintentional. I'm very intentional about what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she got me. She did. She weaponized her white privilege that night. But you know what? Yeah, I said what I said. I said what I said, but I didn't say I was going to do it. I didn't say how it was going to be done. Did I? I just said, you going to come downstairs to all flat tires. I mean.
Well, I think I think people don't give, when someone takes something from you, and she did it deliberately. And it's not as if you and her have a good rapport. She did it deliberately. She felt entitled to park her car and then refused to remove it, and was giggly and thought it was funny.
Yeah, she had that little smirky grin on her face, like she's done something. Oh yeah, I got her. But you know what? I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna put it out there. Lewis was involved in it too.
Mm-hmm.
They got together and they said, "Oh, we got to come up with a censure for Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter. We got to get her." So Eva was like, I know, Liddell. I'll park in her space. Yeah, they did that. They did it together. And that's why Liddell said immediately, "Oh, that sounds like a threat."
You know, and it was tense. Her meetings are very disruptive. She does not, you have the vice president and the president of Flint City Council who do not have a rapport with 4 of the council members.
Right.
That's very poor leadership. They do not have a rapport at all. And for them to not say, you know what, Eva, that's inappropriate. You need to move your car. You know, that should have, there's no way she should have. She did it just to get back at you. It was something she could control. She felt entitled to take it. You just don't, it wasn't like someone had accidentally parked in her spot. It wasn't like she was going to run upstairs and come back down. She deliberately did it and thought it was funny. She thought it was funny.
I know someone said, could you have called a tow truck? Well, I probably could have. I mean, I wasn't even thinking like that. And I know, Tonya, you said you could have blocked her in, but see, I wouldn't have wanted to block her in because other cars, the way that parking garage is arranged, you know, you can't block someone in. That would kind of be inconsiderate of other cars trying to get through. It's so narrow down there. You got to be real careful. I mean, even when you're coming out of your parking space and getting into your parking space, you got to be really careful that you don't hit your car. It's tight downstairs in the garage. So I wouldn't have wanted to block her in because it would have interfered with other members that park or other people that park in the garage. They wouldn't have been able to get out. But, you know, I was flabbergasted. I was confused. I had so many emotions going on that night.
I know.
I really had so many emotions going on that night because I'm thinking, now she knows better. We've been parking in those same parking spots for over 6 years, almost 7 years. Who does that?
Well, we know who does that.
I'm still upset about it.
As you should. So your censure, which I think is ridiculous, because and there's a history, because she is called the Black women and called you and me ghetto. She's called Black people on the in the audience a cult. She has hit Jasmine Stanley, tapped her, on her shoulder, an unwarranted touch, which should be assault and battery. She should have been arrested. She comes there repeating lies. She claims I hit Doug Matthews. Absolutely did not hit Doug Matthews. She cussed and calls Councilman Pfeiffer all kind of names. And he has endured this for almost 2 years until he said, you know what? I'm not keeping it a secret anymore. Now his brother, that part. So he brings a video camera. His brother, Don Pfeiffer, who has no filter.
And let me explain that.
Don Pfeiffer has zero filter.
Let me explain that. That night, I was standing there talking to Don. We standing there just talking, chit-chatting. Eva walks by, and she says something about a cheeseburger. Girl, when I tell you he went from 0 to 10, and I stood back, I laughed because it happened so fast. It happened so fast that he went in. And I was standing there laughing. Now, I know some people on Facebook, she laughed at him calling Eva a cunt. I didn't even hear what he said. All I know is he got right out of composure and went in to get her because she had no business walking by him saying what she said.
Why did she have her camera on in his face, her phone in his face?
Because she wanted to get him upset. She, right there again, weaponized her white privilege. Yeah, she wanted to get him upset. That's why she walked by him and said something about a cheeseburger. Are you eating a cheeseburger tonight, or something about a cheeseburger? And he turned around and he got in that butt. Okay.
Yeah.
And she already had her camera, her video on. So she antagonized him. She provoked him. She taunted him.
Well, I'm not going to speak for Don Pfeiffer. That's not my place. But she kept saying stuff to him. You can only do so much to somebody so many times before they may explode.
When I tell you that was so funny to me to see Don, I had never seen that side of Don. And so it caught me off guard. I was like, what?
So you hadn't seen that before.
No, even with Dennis, I have to sometimes sit back and laugh at Dennis because I'm like, when Dennis got on Facebook that night, I didn't know that was Dennis. I thought, I called you. Remember I said, Tonya, somebody has hacked Dennis's page. I was like, I said, nope, but that's him. I said, no, that's him. I mean, but see, here's the thing that people don't get. She has called him every swear name there has been. And people didn't always hear because he sits down on the other end. He generally would ignore her, or, she would turn around. She would turn around and say stuff. And he's tired. Mm-hmm. It's been for 2 years. She's called him a S-hole, a A-hole. She's told him F you. I mean, she has said all these things to him. So when he snaps, then she becomes the victim. You cannot have passive aggressive behavior and come to attack somebody and then be like, whoa, what are you saying this to me for? You can't do that.
And you also don't know the mindset of someone. Now, here it is coming off from with Dennis and Don, whose family has been threatened because Liddell told a lie about the monkey. She lied. Liddell Lewis told a lie about the monkey. I'm going to say it. He did not call people nor her a monkey. It did not happen. Liddell Lewis, the liar, lied. She lied. And so he's coming off from having death threats, him and Don Pfeiffer, for their family. And having to have security. Chief Green never called Dennis Pfeiffer back. He never got security. And in every meeting, Chief Green put it in Dennis's face that Liddell was getting a ride from the police department. They were picking her up at home and dropping her off. Now, everybody saw that little burglary one. We got officers out here giving people who make fake police reports and fake lies. So it pulled in the pastors getting rides to and from council from the police.
But listen,
this is a joke.
Tonya, listen, Tonya. Tonya, when you asked the question, how was she threatened? Did she say she was threatened on Facebook?
She said Facebook.
But wait a minute. She's for a gangster.
That part. She
on Facebook right now, making little comments to people.
Well, I need her. We know she's watching this morning because she says she watched. Please look, Liddell Lewis.
Yeah, watch.
Share and listen. Donate $1 News Media Group because you are a fan. Thank you. So
yeah, she's for a gangster. You probably been out there threatening all kind of people.
Well, we know she uses fake pages because she sent a fake Facebook page. And Mickey, can you put the one up of I sent it to you, where she sent the pastors, not that one. That's why they mad. We don't get, but that's where she sent the
she's Linda L. Pendleton.
And Linda L. Pendleton post about my chat, where she sent the two different posts. It must didn't come back through. She sent the two different posts where Liddell Lewis made a fake post and sent it to the pastors. Sent it to them and claimed I sent this to the pastors. And it's not made up. And I've talked about it and confronted her in council in open chambers. Mm-hmm. And she did it. She sent it to the pastor. She created, it's scrolled up, Mickey, but I'm going to send it to you again.
Was that Linda L. Pendleton that posted the picture of your daughter, as well as the picture of...
I just put it up.
Oh, okay. Yep, it was.
As well as the picture of Pfeiffer's children.
Yep, they put up Councilman Pfeiffer's his baby was a newborn. Yes.
Right.
And so in this one is where you can see it says, please tune in at 10 a.m. this Saturday morning. We're talking with Tonya. I will be discussing hot topics and hot issues. That is the real one. This is the real post. I posted that one. Mickey, put up the one that Liddell Lewis, the president of Flint City Council, that she put up. Yeah. Can you blow that one up?
You can see it.
Hey, look. You can see it. So can you pull it down a little bit? So it says, please tune in. It says Tonya Burns, follow. You can see up at the top where it's white out. Now, Liddell Lewis used some whiteout. This is how diabolical and a deviant person that she is. She sent this fake one to the pastors and told them, I sent this to her. She is a habitual, pathological, chronic liar. Mm-hmm. And so it says, please tune in at 10 a.m. every Saturday morning with Talking with Tonya. I will be discussing hot topics and hot issues about my colleagues, Councilmember Liddell Lewis and Councilwoman Eva Worthing. Let me tell you something. This woman is sick. She's sick. Something is mentally wrong with her. I did not do this. She sent this to the pastors. She sent this to the pastors and said, I put that up. You will not find that in my feed. Scroll all the way down.
And she sent it through the Linda L. Pendleton
page. That is correct. Which called my daughter a monkey. Which the same one that called my daughter a monkey. And so I addressed her. Now, I don't know if I believe she bullies people on that council, but I'm really not the one.
Yeah, I saw the post she made, the Linda L. Pendleton made, where it's a picture of me and then had a picture of my father.
Yeah.
Down there. Now I'm gonna tell her something. Mickey, I don't want to say a bad word on this live, but I'm gonna tell her, don't mess with my father. Don't bring my father in this. My father has nothing to do with this. My father, my mother, my children. Don't do it.
Now, this is the president of the Flint City Council. This is Liddell Lewis doing this. She wants to demand respect when she has no decorum, no respect, no restraint. She's not sorry. She's not apologetic. She's non-changing and wavering in her ways. She doesn't scare, she doesn't care. No, she had a small window of opportunity that she exploited to go after Dennis Pfeiffer, whose family she went to Dr. Ritchie on his show and exploited by telling lies. She's got 4 council members. She will never have a rapport with a relationship with, because she has tried to destroy them. She has lied. I didn't put up the proof. I'm not speculating or guessing. She has went after me and my family. So I don't have any respect for her. Never will. Never will.
I'll never have respect for her.
None. So let Mickey put up the censure where she censured me. So Councilwoman,
and I don't have respect for Candace.
I got you. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for it now.
No, because that last meeting, I don't know if you could hear Candace. Every time Liddell talking was just acting crazy. Candace she was narrating the entire time, like, no, don't do Liddell, why? Oh, just stop. Why are you doing that? No, you go tell her that. You are allowing her to create and maintain this because you saying to my left, don't do it. What are you doing? You're making a mistake. But then you're voting along with the nonsense.
Yeah. I have zero respect for her.
Oh, I have none either. Because here's the thing. When you support mess and garbage and you vote yes and you vote with this person in tandem, I have no respect for you.
And I'm gonna tell,
when you know it's wrong, you just say it's wrong and then you vote along with the nonsense? No.
And it was wrong for her to give Mays his second warning on Monday night. It was wrong. And when I feel like
I got 2 warnings too.
Yeah, when I feel like things are done wrong, I'm leaving. I'm standing up and I'm leaving. Because I'm not the meeting is a total disaster.
Ryan, can you resend it to me?
It's a total disaster. Okay? And I'm not going to stay. I'm not going to stay. That to me, that would be me saying that I condone what's being done.
Right. And that is and
Dennis shut up. Dennis was like,
Dennis was furious. I mean, Dennis went through probably 3 or 4 different stages of anger and rage. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. And I understand, when we were in that meeting, 2 people were absent, Quincy Murphy and then Eva Worthing. So what she had to do, her meeting was a dumpster fire. She couldn't keep council members in there because she didn't have any respect for her councilmen, her colleagues. And so because of Liddell Lewis' failure to chair the meeting correctly, failure to be fair, failure to actually understand and implement the rules correctly, the city will have to pay another $15,000 to republish or repost for the public hearing for the 800 properties for the zoning. This is all on Liddell Lewis. She had 2 opportunities. The meeting was terrible. She has no business chairing a kickball game. She has no business chairing a pumpkin roll. She has no business chairing anything. She is
what is a pumpkin roll?
Girl, when you roll a pumpkin down the hill. So that's all you do is just push the pumpkin and let it roll. She ain't got no business. Not even a pumpkin roll. You know, she don't. I mean, that meeting, I didn't go to bed till like maybe 5 o'clock, because in her mind, and you watch how she's discombobulated. She's all over the place. And let me tell you something. Ariel kept saying that people have to pay attention. Ariel is not off from things. He kept saying, Dale Lewis, Dr. Lewis, what you see them ghosts? You see them ghosts? Them ghosts up there. What you look up in the ceiling for? What you look up in the ceiling for? Her eyes will roll back. Her eyes do. Yeah. Look at the video. Now, people say, I don't know if she got demons or what. Something is wrong with her. But Ariel sees something around her. He sees something. And he kept saying it. Something is wrong with her. I mean, she can't take any direction, any, even when you try to help her, she don't listen. The whole time, that whole meeting, Candace was commenting. It was commentary the entire meeting. And you don't hear it because her mic is off, but we hear it. And I know Eva had said before, trying to be smart, Playboy, can you please tell Councilwoman Burns that we need her to be quiet? No, it wasn't Tonya Burns. That was Candace. And I get Candace. You kind of get to learn how people work. And she does talk, and she talks out loud. I'm used to it. But what I don't like is when she says the correct thing, but then she votes when it's time to vote. She votes
along with it.
She votes along with it. So the last meeting that we had, I'm going to get on my censure. My censure, they decided, because this is a public lynching. My censure was, let me save this photo. Mine, they came up with a bunch of lies. I'm like, there is video. They need to stop. So
they need to repeatedly say, "Girl, shut up."
I did say, "Girl, shut up" on my way out. I did say that. I did not.
You weren't in the meeting.
I was not in the meeting. And let me tell you, Liddell Lewis, Candace Machette, Eva Worthing, Judy Priestley, and Quincy Murphy, all liars. But we're gonna get into why after the censure. We're gonna get into why they mad. So they put on September the 11th. Councilmember Tonya Burns violated the rules of decorum by calling a fellow council member a wench. I did not. And let me tell you, it was now someone did call, Miss Beverly did call Eva a wench when we were over at the county. Because then Eva said, well, she called me a wench when I addressed it in the meeting. I did address their lies because they're liars, habitual and pathological. They're liars. Candace Machette is a liar. Liddell Lewis is a liar. Eva Worthing is a liar. Judy Priestley is a liar.
They all are liars.
So on September 11th, Councilmember Burns violated rules of decorum by calling a fellow council member a wench. I did not. On November 13th, while on Monday, November 13th, Councilwoman Burns violated rules of decorum by calling the chair of the meeting rude and nasty. I did call her rude and nasty. I didn't swear at her. She is rude and she is the nasty woman. And she's a liar.
But I guess my thing is, why would you go back all the way back to September 11th?
Well, we need to.
You can't go all the way back to September.
Well, we can go all the way back to Jazz. If they want to talk about disciplining people, we need to go.
Yeah, let's go all the way back.
Yeah,
let's go all the way back.
So, by calling rude and nasty, and I called her. I did tell her, you are not a good person. I said, Liddell Lewis, you are not a good person. She's peddling stuff with the monkey with my daughter. My daughter's married to my son-in-law. It's why I love him more than anything. And repeatedly called the chair, girl, shut up. I was not in the meeting. In addition, on September 14, 2023, Councilwoman Burns violated rules of decorum 27.2 by engaging in argumentative discourse with a member of the audience, which was Doug. Candace Michelle, you a liar. You're a habitual, big liar. Because I did not. The video shows on there that Doug was argumentative with me. And it shows that when I asked her to warn Doug Matthews, who wants to be the ombudsman, I got to watch up how they setting this stuff up. That Liddell Lewis did issue him a directive to be quiet, because I was speaking during my 2-minute council response when Doug could not refrain or control himself. So he has demonstrated, as he wants to be the ombudsman, he couldn't control himself during council time. Now he got up there and wanted the 2 Black women, you and me, Jerry, to show him how we pay for our shirts and to show the city attorney. I took my iPad out there and showed him. Now, however, you've heard some of these liars say, well, we didn't see your iPad. Yeah, you do. Depends on who video. It's more than one video. Not just that, it was 2 people standing. Jolita Freeman, who was out there, who was sitting directly in front. And then also there's another gentleman, his last name Jackson, was sitting right across. I never became argumentative. Never. I actually held my composure while a racist white man accused me of something that did not happen. He made a presumption which he was wrong. It was a racist remark. How dare you ask Black women to show you what it is we're wearing and how much we paid for something? That is not your business, period.
Right.
So when we talk about how all these people are working together, we're going to go back to the person who wear the Jesus hat. Because it's all facilitated by the person who wears the Jesus hat.
The Jesus hat.
Mayor Sheldon Neely.
And it is. It is.
It's all facilitated because Liddell and so does Candace, they carry out the orders by him. I'm not going to let him get a pass. It's all little crap that he keeps saying about me and what he's doing to this community. I'm not going to let him get away with it. As much as he has talked about me and lied on me and whispering lies in people's ear, those lies get back. And I have yet to say everything that probably should be told.
Calling certain council members insurrectionists
and obstructionists.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, well, listen, don't y'all drink the Kool-Aid with him. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. We have lost over 30 key figures to this administration. Over 30 people. They have quit. No one wants to work with them because they can't. So Mickey, put up there where it goes to my Facebook page. I want to show why they mad. Why they mad? These ARPA funds. These ARPA funds are going to everybody. Nonprofit. Nonprofit is the key. He's peddling these nonprofits to these churches. These pastors are believing he's doing all these great works. Listen, y'all, that's a whole different thing. He is not. He is looking out for his own interest while this city.
You're talking about this one right here, Ms. Burns?
Yes, that one right there. This is why they mad. So we know that why they mad. We know that there are 2 council people affiliated with nonprofits. 2 of them. Liddell Lewis with Cyrus Park and Judy Priestley need to stop lying. But she doesn't benefit. She has a fiduciary. The fiduciary pays her nonprofit, Cyrus Park. Cyrus Park was originated in August 2021 by Liddell Lewis. Pull up the Laura thing, Mickey, which states Liddell Lewis' name, which I put it on. Yeah, there it go. Her name is on it. Liddell Lewis' name. That's her nonprofit. And Judy Priestley needs to quit being scared. I'm not going to let you get back. When you sit and try to call me out public as life, I'm going to come for you. I'm going to do that.
And I see it. Cyrus Park. I have this sheet, the one sheet where everything is highlighted. And the yellow highlights are the ones that have been recommended.
To be paid.
Yes.
So you also have on there the next one, Candace Machette, Flint Development Center, and then she has one. Do you have her amount? Because I think Flint Development is supposed to get $300,000. Oh, there it go. Blow that one up. Candace works there, and then she has one with I think something water that she gets $50,000 for. So that's 300. Is it 350? You see it? I don't have my sheet out.
I'm looking.
But so when we look at this,
it's 300.
Okay, and then I think she has another one for $50,000. So Yeah, they gonna come in there and call us liars because the mayor is approving this. They work for him. Candace and Michelle, hey, Candace and Liddell at the State of the City, they opened up for him. They all working together, y'all. They working together. The mayor, Liddell Lewis, Candace Michelle, they're working together. These ain't my numbers. These is resolutions that they done sent up to get approved. Y'all better share this and talk about this. Y'all bet you watching your money walk out the door. So yeah, they gonna come.
They all working together,
right? So that of course they're gonna come in. They're gonna come after Pfeiffer,
I'm a just
Jerri Winfrey-Carter and Burns because we are telling the truth. These are resolutions. They coming after us because we are exposing them. ARPA funds, they're benefiting from them. They sending these resolutions up. Only reason why these ain't getting passed is because the four of us are standing in the gap. We need the residents to stand in the gap with us. They sending up they got their own nonprofits. Getting paid. So don't trust the man in the Jesus hat with the cross on his lapel. Because if one thing about it, when you love Jesus, your works, it will show.
Yeah.
You ain't got to advertise on the billboard. It's just like a used car salesman. So that's why they mad. That's why they mad. One of the reasons. Quincy gonna get a pass because I ain't got this one. But Quincy, you on there too, that $11,000 lawnmower. And that $4,750 that you was passing out Christmas gifts playing Black Santa last December to them kids from Ashley Capital. Also, when they voted for Ashley Capital, Liddell Lewis and Quincy Murphy voted for Ashley Capital to give them a $72 million tax abatement when Liddell Lewis took a $1,500 check. Quincy had the $11,000 lawnmower through Habitat for Humanity, and then he had $4,750 in gifts and gift cards and various items from Ashley Capital. They did this. So this is why they're mad. They're mad because we are standing in the gap telling y'all this is criminal. This is criminal to me. So yeah, they gonna give us censure and just lie it all on the censures. On my censure, I absolutely told her that she is not a good person. I told Liddell she is a nasty woman. I most certainly did because the things she has been doing. I believe she is that Linda Pendleton because she shared a post with a fake post she made up with the pastors. She sent it from her phone to their phone, from their phone, her phone to their phone. She did it. Ain't no guesswork in it. She did it. The president of the Flint City Council is a liar. A liar. She's getting money. She gonna do whatever she got to do to carry this mess out. She need to be gone. She should have been censured for not disclosing that she had a nonprofit.
Dr. Padroni says she's a jankster.
You know what? She and not to mention she called the community janky. So when we talk about
a jankster, I love it, a jankster.
So when we talk about what they have done, y'all need to be paying attention.
Yeah. You better stay woke.
You better stay woke. Now let's talk about some more. Mickey, I want you to put up the WNEM. We're gonna talk about next this article that has come up about the gun bounty. Now we have heard Mayor Neely say we're gonna melt those guns down. None of these guns will be put back on the street. We're gonna keep this community safe. You know, these guns will not be in the hands of the people who have caused these crimes. Well, if you got detectives saying they got 500 cases to one detective and telling some of these people, you need to be focusing on a public safety plan. And Chief Green, I still ain't seen no public safety plan. I've been asking for 3-4 years since you've been there. Where is the public safety plan? You don't have a plan. I call that a burglary process. Even process. We couldn't get an officer out there.
Right. Even before you got on council, Monica and we did a special meeting asking for a public safety plan. That was right before you got on council. And in fact, I think you had something to do with that meeting You asked if we could have a special meeting
Yes.
to talk about public safety,
because
and we asked then.
Mm-hmm. So, Mickey, if you can go to the Flint police collect assault rifles with gun bounty. Flint police collect 68 style weapons with gun bounty. You got that one? Oh, not the one. Is that a Ron Fonger one? I want to do the video.
Oh, the video one? I'm going to find, hold on. I just put up the article on this one.
Okay, well, scroll down to the part. So these guns, which we have a gun violence problem, we have a homicide problem. We have one. And the key to this, they said, well, get a gun bounty. Let me tell you, nobody is turning in them guns because whatever that gun is, they trying to offer, they paying back way more than that. So what happened with these guns? New York Times, y'all, New York Times broke the story about 5 to 7 days ago. And I get a text from, someone about the gun bounty. I didn't know about it. And I'm like, what? So Pfeiffer, I'm gonna put him out. Pfeiffer it called me. So he was like, did you the gun bounty? And I'm like, what about, Well, New York Times, the article stated that the guns from the city of Flint, y'all, and I'm gonna read because Mayor Neely, I'm telling you, don't drink the Kool-Aid. He had stated that the guns were to be melted down. Can you play that, Mickey?
Girl, I'm finna play it right now. Let me come up out of here.
He said the guns were to be melted down. Y'all, them guns ain't melted down at all. Them guns is they reborn.
No matter how tough you are, you're gonna need help after a serious accident. That's when you need a lot.
Who was that?
That was the Bernstein.
Sam Bernstein.
Yeah.
70 assault-style rifles off the streets. The department recently held a gun bounty event at the Cathedral of Faith Church. During the event, residents had the opportunity to turn in their assault-style rifles with no questions asked. Participants received cash rewards of up to $500, depending on the condition of the weapon. This program was made possible through a grant from the Charles Stewart Mount Foundation, and all collected guns will be safely incinerated in collaboration with the Michigan State Police.
It's just done. So those guns, everybody, they were not melted down. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. As Mayor Neely says, the guns will not be put back out there on the streets as our former administrations have done. We're going to make sure that these people are safe. Them guns, New York Times did this story. And they tracked the serial numbers on the guns from the city of Flint. And those guns have been reborn and were sold. They were sold and put back into circulation. So Mayor Neely told another lie. He lied. Them guns are back. They are back. So it says this examination of the gun disposal industry reveals a hidden aspect of the government's role in promoting the proliferation of guns and a gun culture that has the country divided. The New York Times has previously reported how federal officials and legislators have facilitated the spread. So we got this, it tells me, trying to get to the parts where he was stating, he claims now he didn't know about it. You have a whole legal department. Did you not read the contract as you were out here lying to people, telling them that these guns would not make it back? It says, when Flint, Michigan announced in September that 68 assault weapons collected in a gun buyback would be incinerated, the city cited its policy of never reselling firearms, which was a lie. Gun violence continues to cause enormous grief and trauma, said Mayor Sheldon Neely. I will not allow our city government to profit from our community's pain by reselling weapons that can be turned against Flint residents. But Flint's guns were not going to be melted down. Instead, they made their way to a private company that's collected millions of dollars for taking firearms from police gun agencies. So now they don't want to answer the news when they call and asking them questions. You cannot believe what he says. Now he makes these press conferences and states all these things. The guns were not incinerated. They were not incinerated. That was a lie. That was yet another lie. They were not incinerated. Wow. They were not. Let's go on. Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter, do you have anything to say about that before we go on to the next?
Girl, all I got to say is we can't make this stuff up.
Can't make it up.
We can't make it up. This stuff is real. The residents, we need y'all's help. You guys need to come to the council meetings. You need to stay woke. Stay woke.
So if anybody is out there, and we're gonna pivot. We're gonna go on to, if you are a retiree or you work for the city or you know someone, y'all need to share this show with them. This part is important. If you know someone who retired from the city,
the retirement
or who retired from the city or is receiving the pension, you need to have them tune in or send this segment to them and tell them they need to watch. Mickey, I need you to go to the one where it says Flint receives $220 million for pension fund, and it's got our CFO then, Robert Whittigan. It's up a little bit. It's above the don't drink the Kool-Aid. I don't drink this Kool-Aid.
The don't drink the Kool-Aid sticker should be right there on this article. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yep.
Okay.
It should be his press conference. Yep.
Oh, you want me to play it? You want me to play it?
I want you to play it because this is why I want people, I play it because some people are visual learners and then some aren't.
Historic day for the city of Flint. Robert Whittigan, Chief Financial Officer for the city of Flint, talking about an infusion of state funding that will ease the vehicle city's cost of pension payments.
Is actually $220 million, which will bring the city of Flint up to 60% funded and reduce our annual payment down to around $18 to $19 million annually towards our pension system.
City leaders say they've been working with the state legislature to make this happen. The state dollars are slated to arrive in August 2023.
So without this funding, our annual payment for pension was projected to reach almost $40 million a year, completely unsustainable. Without this funding, the city of Flint did not have a financial path forward.
Mayor Sheldon Neely said that his top priority is to make sure city employees and city retirees have a stable pension. It's a goal that just became a lot more realistic.
This will ensure that our hardworking employees and retirees' pensions will remain secure and funded. And this package is a huge step forward to ensuring that the city of Flint is financially stable for generations to come.
And city leaders say this influx of state funding couldn't have come at a better time because they would have had to tighten their budget in other areas, and that would have had an impact on city services. Reporting live and local here in Flint, James Felton, WNEM TV5.
Okay. Now, listen, y'all. He said 220 million.
Certified most accurate. Now your TV5 First Alert forecast.
Good Saturday.
So Robert Whittigan, the CFO, he gone too. Since Robert Whittigan, we didn't had Jane. Jane got terminated. Then we had someone who was hired who said they didn't even show up for the first day. He said, I ain't doing this. This is just a mess. Then you have the new one, Philip Moore, who started. And so since Whittigan, 3 more people. There have been 7 CFOs underneath Mayor Sheldon Neely's tenure of 4 years so far. 7 CFO. The problem is Mayor Sheldon Neely, the guy in the Jesus hat. So, Mickey, put up the one where it shows the 170 million video. It should say 170. It's got the guy in the vest. You see it, Mick?
Yep, I got it. I'm putting it up right now.
Okay. Now remember, this is going to secure Flint for the future. I'm telling you, I don't drink the Kool-Aid.
These are the things that matter: humility, integrity, hard work, history.
Relief. That's how one Flint retiree feels about the state of Michigan kicking in $170 million into the Flint Municipal Employee Pension Fund. The infusion of cash is part of the state's 2022-2023 budget that was passed last week. The pension fund is less than 30% funded, about half of what's recommended by the state. Many Flint retirees breathing a sigh of relief, knowing something is being done to keep the fund afloat. And tonight, our Don Jones talked with the retiree. She joins us now with their story. Don.
Well, Matt, Andrew Pardee started working for the city of Flint in 1979. He retired in 2011. He says retirees were told to brace for deep cuts to their pensions because of the lack of funding.
If they don't work it out, you could get 40 cents on your dollar.
That's what Andrew Pardee says he and other retirees were told about their pensions.
So they could cut our pensions, by 60%, which most of us, if they cut that, you'd have to go back to work.
Pardee worked for the city of Flint for 32 years before retiring. It was a short retirement.
I was off approximately 2 years and got called back to be an inspector on the lead lines, the water lines.
He paid into his pension fund for more than 3 decades. Although now back at work for the city, he is drawing his pension.
Oh, I would like to, draw the rest of my life. What we were promised, that to have our benefits and our pension and what we work for.
But the Flint Municipal Employee Pension Fund is in trouble, severely underfunded.
Yeah, we've heard that through the years quite a bit, that it's always been underfunded.
Pardee learned Monday about the $170 million injection of cash into the system to help sustain it.
I'm glad somebody else is looking into it. A lot of us are worried that it was just going to get swept on by and we're just going to get a notice one day our pensions are cut.
And Pardee isn't so sure that still won't happen. He and other retirees are looking at the bottom line and just how far the $170 million will go.
But we're still $400 million short by the funding. So that makes you think, how far is this going to take us?
And tomorrow, Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely says he and other state leaders are expected to give more details about the impact of the $170 million investment from the state and the impact that'll have on the city's municipal employee pension fund. Matt?
All right, Don, well, money from the state is not only going to pensions. Millions of dollars will go toward over a dozen community-based programs in Genesee County. More than $10 million will be spread throughout the programs for the 2023 fiscal year.
You can cut it.
The gun involved.
Okay. Now, the CFO stated we were getting 220.
Yeah.
What we actually got was 170. The mayor was bragging when it was campaign time. Y'all was drinking the Kool-Aid. We're not getting that other 50 million. I'm going to tell you why. You can't make this stuff up. I'm serious. This is serious. I had some people call me from the state to tell me we weren't getting that 50 million. I even had a lobbyist call me to tell me that because he had told.
How did he come up with the 220 million?
We were supposed to initially get the 170, which it was announced. And then during one of the meetings, when I had asked Jane how we got it, Jane said we had not even applied to get it yet.
Right.
And that's when we were in the
I
dome.
remember that.
And so I was, I was really, I stopped. I'm like, what do you mean? And so the 50 million, the 170, we had to apply to get. We did get that. Then, we got that in September. But the 50 million, when he was campaign time, as you heard Robert Whittigan, we're going to get 220 million. Y'all got to start doing your homework. The ones that they are telling you don't listen to, you need to start listening to. You've got to. That 50 million, we're not getting. This is what I'm told. We have not gotten it. Now, they gave a whole press conference that we had $220 million. That press conference led everybody to believe that that pension fund, which was funded at 26%, one of the lowest for a municipality this size, the lowest. Our pension fund, and if we received the 220 million, we would be funded at 60%. And we're not. So when they gave that whole presentation, during the budget and the state of the city, he told a lie. Mayor nearly told another lie.
And it made it sound like it was already in our coffers. Yep. Okay. It's not.
It's not. It's just simply not. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, you know, and it's very serious. So now we have the garbage contract. The garbage contract is estimated to cost us we took $2 million from ARPA funds to balance it for the next 2 years. Then we have a $5 million deficit for the next 5 years, which they gave them a no bid contract. You have 5 council people who voted to give a no bid contract. We don't have any way of paying for the $5 million. We have no way to pay for the $5 million. No way to pay for it. So we got $2 million we're going to take, because technically $7 million. So we're going to take $2 million to balance it for the next 2 years of ARPA funds. We're using ARPA to do this for the next 2 years. Then the next 5 years, we got to figure it out. According to the charter, we are not supposed to be we are not supposed to be putting the city knowingly into a hardship, basically. And we have a responsibility to automatically put it out for a bid. They did not. They given no bid contracts to a garbage company that we paid. They figured almost $9 million to begin with when they voted, which was before me. I know you didn't vote for it. Who voted for priority when priority first started. $9 million more to begin with. Then it's $2 million to balance it for the next 2 years from ARPA. And then we have another $5 million per year deficit that we don't know how to pay for. There's only 2 ways to pay for that garbage. One, we have to give a tax assessment fee, which we're already taxed at the highest rate we can. So there'll be a tax assessment fee, or they're going to reduce your services. It's one or the other. Unless by the grace of God, we get someone to say, you know what, let's pay for that 50 million you're not going to get from the pension fund. And then we're going to give you the 5 million for your no bid contract with the trash company. Got a no bid contract. 5 people voted for a no bid contract. Who are the 5 people, Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter?
Oh, starting in Ward 2, Liddell Lewis. Ward 3, Quincy Murphy. Ward 4, Judy Priestley.
Wait a minute, Judy Priestley? She voted for it. The accountant knowingly put the city into a deficit with $5 million.
Yes.
We don't have money to pay for it. Judy Priestley. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Ward 7, Candace Machette.
Okay, but she's getting well, let's go back to Ward 2. Ward 2 has got $50,000 from Cyrus Park. She's got she's trying to get ARPA funds. So, okay. And then Ward 7, she's got on there ARPA funds resolutions too. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Right.
Okay.
And of course, Ward 9, Eva Worthing.
Okay. So let's look at the people who are getting it. We have no way of paying the $5 million back. Those 5 voted yes, they will either get a tax assessment fee or we will have reduction in services. And these aren't my words, because we put everything, the 4 of us make sure that the CFO, the city's the chief financial officer, Philip Moore, these were his words. It's on video. I played it in one of my segments. That is the only way to pay for it. So you can expect a tax assessment fee because we don't have the money. Now, or listen, we're going to have nice trash cans and it's going to look all neat lined up on the street. And they're just going to be sitting there because we can't pay the trash company. We can't pay the trash company. But here's
I'm going to just say this. I do not vote to increase tax assessment fees on garbage collection nor the lights.
Because this could have been put out for bid. They gave five people gave a no bid contract. Liddell Lewis gave a no bid contract. Quincy Murphy gave a no bid contract. Judy Priestley gave a no bid contract. Candace Mashat gave a no bid contract. Eva Worthing gave a no bid contract. They gave a no bid contract knowingly that we didn't have the $5 million to pay for this. And let me tell you, we also, with the pension fund, our pension fund payment would have been $40 million per year for 10 years. Our general fund, I think, only took in $56 million.
Right.
We have to make the pension fund. So what happens? That would put us back to receivership emergency management. So by the time Mayor Sheldon Neely with the Jesus hat, by the time all this come about, he trying to get Dan Kildee. He gonna be gone. So
do you think that was the plan?
You know, and it probably could have been. Because why would he just shore up? Why would he pay only $2 million to shore up the garbage for 2 years? Because that means he'll be gone. So when it comes time to pay for them nice trash cans, that pension fund, the bill's gonna be due and he gonna be gone because y'all drinking the Kool-Aid.
But was that the plan for him to
bankrupt the city?
Yeah, because you know, it has always been known that they want the city to
combine with the county.
Yeah, to be, you know, to be regionalized with the county. So was that the plan? Is it the plan?
And that's a very good question. I mean, that is a very good question. You know, because a lot of people think that it is. And when you look at it,
I mean,
if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck.
This has been something in the play since I was a young child. Okay. Oh, I used to listen. I didn't always go outside and play hide and seek.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you. So when it comes time for that money to be due, y'all listen. He gonna be gone. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. He gonna blame it on everybody else. You will never say, and I'm gonna tell you this. He told me personally, he ain't never wrong. And I remember hanging up that phone when he told me he wasn't wrong. I told him, I said, well, what I will never do is take something that was, I will own my mistakes, my successes, and my failures. But what I won't do is own your mistakes. I will not do that. Now, I told everybody, you know, I worked for Mayor Neely. I got fired every day. Every day he threatened to fire me, which was fine because you know what? I wasn't going on to get along. He has people surrounding him now who don't tell him what he needs to hear. They tell him what he wants to hear. They tell him what he wants to hear. And that sets a very dangerous precedent. So what happens? We have 7 CFOs. What happens? We on our second police chief. And with the police chief we got now has no public safety plan. What happens? We have no DPW director. We have no DPW. We got these 2 parallel lines running, I think, east to west from the sewage plant. And, you know, I had to report to them that we think it's a break. You know, we have a deadline by the 22nd, or the city does, you know, to accept, you know, the $20 million. It's going to cost approximately $67 million to repair. We have no DPW director since March 17th. Right. The DPW director quit. One of the things he said under oath was that I was instructed by Mayor Neely to shred the trash contract. I was instructed to grab it off of the then CFO Shelby Freya's desk and shred it. He said he was nervous. He said he was scared. He said, I feel I work in a hostile work environment. Now we're talking millions of dollars in a trash contract. And which trash company did he choose? priority, which was $9 million more. The mayor chose priority, which is $9 million more. Now we go, that was 3-4 years ago. 3 years ago. Now we have a no bid contract that he got 5 people who voted to give a no bid contract with a $5 million, a $7 million technically, because we got to take $2 million from ARPA to balance it for the next 2 years.
Right.
Where Liddell Lewis voted for, Quincy Murphy, Judy Priestley, Candace Machat, and Eva Work. They voted for a no bid contract. Those are millions of dollars. So if we're looking at, let's add up. Priority was $9 million more than the lowest bidder. We got to pay $2 million from the ARPA funds just to balance it. Then we got $5 million that we don't know how we're going to pay for it. So just to keep priority, that is $16 million that the city don't have. $16 million because we didn't choose the lowest bidder. They said, well, the lowest responsible. You didn't even bid it out for the last one. $16 million.
So now what's up with priority? People need to be.
Listen.
You know what?
Leery.
We should be concerned.
FBI. I mean,
we should really be concerned.
How many trash contracts end up people in prison? Rizzo.
Right.
Google them.
What is the correlation of priority?
16 million. Well, I was told it was lobbying because the lobbyists don't like them and they talking. The lobbyists saying because we got that grant was lobbied through the lobbyists. The city pays for a lobbying firm, I think of about $5,000 a month. So to lobby for the city of Flint. Mm-hmm. And so that lobbying, we pay $5,000, I believe, a month for a lobbying firm to lobby for the city of Flint. Now he done lost the $50 million, which was lobbied, but we are paying, we saying 16 million priority. They are not the lowest bidder.
Tracy Jones said, watch the votes.
Tracy, yes.
You're right about that. Watch the votes.
And watch who getting some ARPA money and is approved in the yellow to get it. Because they voting along with this. It's criminal in our face.
It is.
In our face. You can't make it up.
You know what? But people want to always talk about Councilman Mays. That's why Councilman Mays gets so frustrated. This stuff is in our face. It's in our face.
And then here it is. We paying 16 million to priority. You watch a burglary in process, we can't get nobody out. Mickey, put up that. I got 2 videos out right in the daytime. I mean, where people are now saying, you know, I'm gonna get off of the 16 million with priority. Listen, y'all need to be at council. But we ain't got enough police on the street. They say, oh, we can't hire them because you ain't paying enough, but you overpaying priority.
But look,
you're worried about trash and not enough about crime.
Look, they come to council and get put out by the chairperson.
Okay, Mickey, blow this up. Yeah,
man, walking down the street with it.
Listen, he breaking in somebody's house making trips. He done walking, carrying tubs to his house, to where he taking the stolen stuff in a Santa hat. Holiday greetings. He's stealing.
It's not even Christmas Eve. Where is his reindeer?
That part. Them Jordans he got on his feet. One of his reindeers named Jordan. Burglary in process. Can't get an officer out there. But we paying $9 million more for trash. And he ain't shamed. No. They done broke in his house 4 times.
What?
4 times.
Where is this?
Mackin Road, 2900 block. The thieves live across the street, but then just slightly to the right. Walking, he ain't shamed. We ain't get an officer. It's on 911. Everybody know because the neighbors call, everybody call. Now let's go to Mickey. There's another video I sent you. Chief Green, where's your public safety plan? There's a video that's got, this one is from Matthew Herrick. This one, because we know we live in a lawless environment. It's got,
and I'm a council person. I would have probably rolled up on them and stopped and said, "Sir, where you going?"
Okay, watch this car right here, because this is a shooting daytime. So if you're facing the screen, it's gonna be, I think, to the left. You're gonna hear the gunshots. That's the car door. He goes across the street.
What?
Do that one more. Play it one more time for me, Mickey.
And that's him running back. Oh my God.
There was just a drive-by.
Mickey, play it one more time, please.
They didn't drive by. He got out and ran up. That was a run up. Shots fired.
There was just a drive-by.
Okay, Mickey.
And we got a council member, vice president at the time, that want to say the phrase shots fired.
Now listen, say that again.
Shots fired. She said shots fired.
Liddell Lewis.
Councilwoman Liddell Lewis.
When she cussed out Pastor Thompson, not once, but twice.
And she said shots fired.
And she cussed him out, y'all. She told him he ain't S-H-I-T, F-U, shots fired, F-U, shots fired. Oh, she went in on an ordained pastor, Pastor Thompson. Liddell Lewis, the president now of the Flint City Council, cussed him out like he was an urchin in the street.
And she was vice president at the time. How unbecoming of a
lack of decorum. So here it is. We got people who living with shots fired. And I'm gonna tell you this. She had about 3 weeks ago a shooting on her street, Winona, where the neighbors got into it and they shot. One guy shot another one. The people called her. She wouldn't answer her phone, y'all. They called me. She don't want nothing to do with it. So she's saying, do the work and do better. No, you do the work. Look, first you begin by answering your phone, returning phone calls.
Right.
You know, and she likes to put it off on people. She's something else. This was a few houses down from hers. It's in her block. They shot it. The guy shot. He was put in the hospital. And she's had the house next door to her be shot up, and they came back and shot it up again. I want to say it's like 4 something in the morning because the neighbor's son. This is another shooting. But she don't talk about the things that need to matter. Like she told people when their basements flooded pump station number 5. She don't have a shop vac on her back. It's not my fault I got 2 houses. People struggling to keep 1 house. And you are arrogant enough, Liddell Lewis, to tell people that it's not your fault that you have got 2 houses and you don't have a shop vac on your back. When people had feces, urine, untreated sewage in their basement, and you had no compassion, no caring, then voted not once, but twice to not give them the relief that they needed. She voted against her own ward. But you'll hear her get up there and tell another lie. She'll get up there in an LIE about having, her not voting. She voted against it not once but twice. Right. That's her ward. Pump station number 5 is in her ward. Pump Station 5 is in Liddell Lewis's ward. No difference than when she's saying 2, she didn't watch it on the Mitchell boys. The video shows she did. Video shows she walked out on the Mitchell boys.
She sure did.
That special investigator, you were chairing the meeting.
I was.
And when you went to call, after you called Councilman May's name, boy, that chair probably spent around so quick. All you can see is her Reeboks. She was gone. The family who was grieving had sat there 6-7 hours, and the family she couldn't stay for another 1, 2, not even 2 minutes of the vote.
She got up during the roll call and walked out. She didn't stay. There were 5 people stayed to vote on that. 5 people voted on that. She says, well, I had something to do with my family. Well, you also have a job to do with city council, or you shouldn't have ran. She always has an excuse. She cannot sit there for that second.
And that's what it was. As soon as you said Councilman Mays, yes. Councilwoman Lewis, them Reeboks in the back. Yep. She was Dora the Explorer. She grabbed that backpack and was gone. She was gone. Like, I'm out of here. She was gone.
Oh, she didn't want to vote for it. She didn't want to vote for it.
And she didn't.
Why? Why did she not want to vote for it?
That's a good point.
So we got 4 minutes, ladies, not to cut you all off.
I know you got to have. So I'm going to wrap this up. $16 million. And what we didn't pay priority, what I consider an overage. And we have no public safety plan. You can see that there are gunshots ringing out all time of the day. You can see that the criminals are taking over, just lawless. A burglary and process did not even warrant. We didn't have a car, and they done broke into this house 4 times. 4 times. Still didn't get an officer out. Chief Green, where is your public safety plan? Where is your public safety plan? Why aren't you doing better? We got $50 million that Mayor Neely said we were going to get. We did not get the $50 million. Our pension fund is still hemorrhaging. Our city pension fund is still hemorrhaging. The gun bounty where the guns were melted down, incinerated. That was a lie. L-I-E, a lie. You know, we have to look at where these things are coming from. What he's using to come after the 4 council members is the other 5 rogue council members who have a strange relationship with the truth. They have a strange relationship with the truth. They are liars and they keep lying. And Judy Priestley, you did say that those women followed you, which happened to be Black women that you felt threatened. So I'm not going to allow you to lie on me. You said you went home, sat on your sofa, and then came back. Yeah, we had to tell that whole conversation. So I'm going to leave that. Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter, do you want to say something?
All I gotta say is it's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of things going on. And we need the residents to stay woke. Don't believe, what is it? Don't believe the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid. I don't care what flavor it is. I love me some great Kool-Aid, but don't you drink it.
Mick, we got time to throw that up. Let's leave that up as I close this out.
Don't you drink the Kool-Aid.
Listen, I'm serious, y'all.
I got you. I'm going to put it up now.
As we close out, we gonna close out what we began with. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. Flint they're lying to y'all. We have put the videos up. Share this segment. $50 million that we got that the pension fund didn't get. We got over $16 million that we are overpaying for priority in a no-bid contract. We got Councilwoman Liddell Lewis and Councilwoman Candace Mashat set to get resolutions approved for ARPA funds. We have not put in one furnace, one roof, one window for these residents with ARPA funds. But we are taking care of the council people with ARPA funds. Council people are taking care of themselves with the ARPA funds. We got daytime burglaries.
Unethical.
That's right. Daytime burglaries. But we can't get the police out too. Daytime drive-by, walk-up to shootings in the daytime. Cops never showed up to that. Never to this day. Police, where's your public safety plan? You wanted this job. If you don't want it, quit.
Right.
It's time for us to start taking care of it. Y'all need to click like and share this and subscribe to the 810 News Media Group. Mickey, anything you want to say before we close out?
No, I should have said it in the beginning. I should have threw the disclaimer. But pray for me, family. Pray for me.
Listen, these are the thoughts and the views of Tonya Burns and Councilwoman Jerri Winfrey-Carter. They are not the views of 810 News Media Group.
No, not that. I just don't want the criminals to know. I'm not in this.
So don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Listen, y'all, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid or trust the man wearing the Jesus hat. All right. I want y'all to have a beautiful weekend. And Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter, thank you for being my special guest today. Thank you. I appreciate you. And to everybody out there from where you from, we on a time limit. We got to go. We got to shake and bake. Mickey got to get out of here. So thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you for wherever you are at in the United States. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm sorry we didn't have time to send a shout outs from where you at. I will be in the comments on YouTube to comment, to do that. I want to everybody thank you for spending your time with Talking with Tonya this Saturday with my special guest, Councilwoman Jerri Winfrey-Carter. Don't y'all drink the Kool-Aid. Mickey, take us out.
Peace.